Hello, I'm Bruce Zimmerman, host of the Open Line Garden Show and certified horticulturalist for Rittenhouse.ca. Today we're going to take a look at the Camlocks and Camlock systems. Most people think that a Camlock is the same as a quick disconnect. They are not. Quick disconnect pushes together and clicks. With the Camlock system, you have a very thick rubber washer in here, and they go in and they literally lock on. This makes a very, very tight seal. Now, with the Camlock system, there's one thing you have to get straight, and that is male and female. This may sound simple, and it is, but it's where I get most of my phone calls. What goes together, what fits, etc. Always remember, male, female. This is a male. The threads are on the outside. A female has the threads on the inside, so they can actually thread and fit in together. Now, we always start at the far end. Everybody wants to start at the tap, okay? But the tap is not the place to start. The place to start is at the far end, where you're looking at all your accessories, whether it's a sprinkler, your hanging basket wand, or your two-pattern water spray gun, or even your ergo nozzle, okay? We always start at this end because we take this one. Because it's a male, it will fit on all of these, and then you are ready to connect them to your hose. But at the end of your hose, what do we have? We have a female. So this one literally just threads in to the male end of your hose, okay? And once that's on, you can connect this to all these different ones simply by unlocking and locking and putting them in. In this case, we're going to put on an ergo nozzle. Now, should you need to go and connect another hose at this point, all you would do is you would have the female end there, right? This is normal. You would take another one of these male connectors, put it into the hose, and lock it in to this end. So you can actually put several ends of, or lengths of hose together, and when you don't need one, take it out and just leave it aside and keep plugging in all the accessories to that hose, okay? When you come down to the other end, this is the hose end. You take your hose bib, okay, or your tap, and you put on a female, because the tap is male. You take a female connector, put it on, and then you take your male adapter, put it on, okay? And it can actually then be attached to your hose. And of course, you're ready to go with your system. You simply have to turn on the water. But there is a couple variations I think you should be aware of. This is the one that I always recommend to people, and that is I don't do it exactly like this. What I do is I take, and I still put on my female connector, put it to a Y, okay? The reason I put it to a Y is the Y has shutoffs, which means that I can attach a hose to this end of the Y, still have it on, have the tap on, have the water controlled and turned off, or I can turn the tap off here. But if I have water on, I can take and open up this side and, of course, fill a watering can, etc., or a dog dish without having to go all the way down to the end of the hose. So you can simply turn that off. The hose is still active, but all the water stops here. If you want to go and use this part, you can simply turn it on or turn it off, or you can do the tap. I find this far more convenient than having to take it on or off when I want to go and fill a watering can, etc. With this system, you can make some other variations. There is a shutoff. Shutoffs usually go at the end of a hose if that's where you want to go here. Now, what I do is I go, and if that's the case, I put it on the end of my hose, Now this is what changes, okay? Now what can I attach this to if I put this shutoff here? Well, first of all, I can't attach it to any of my accessories. No, I'm going to have to go and put something on here that will allow me to go from here to here. And very often this doesn't work very well. So what I do is I will go and put them together such that I can actually go and connect. I don't like doing this system this way. What you end up doing is this, okay? And having to go, and instead of using these inexpensive connectors on all your accessories, you have to use this more expensive one here and lock it on here when you go to do it here. This is convenient if you have just the occasional water wand you want to do it, but I still prefer my way. So I don't use this shutoff very often, and I sell very, very few. It's not something that I think you really need. I would prefer, and I think you'll find it's more economical and more feasible to use the males on the accessories and attach them there and put the appropriate female on this end and just go, okay? You do have controls up here at the taps and at the shutoffs. If you'd like to see these Camlocks and other great garden accessories, please go to our website, www.rittenhouse.ca.